It's about 11:15 on Sunday, April the 3rd. I'm in Barstow, California in San Bernardino County. I managed to get out of bed in time to have a breakfast burger at Carl's. And they did have coffee. The Carl's yesterday in El Centro didn't. So I wasn't happy about that. The destination today is going to probably be Bakersfield. It's not going to be a long ride. There's 1 or 2 or 3 stops that I want to make, kind of detours. There was an earthquake this morning. It woke me up about 2:45 or 2:50 in the morning. It was a 3.6 about 10 miles north of here. I thought I might have been imagining things. But I looked it up this morning, and sure as shit, there it is, 3.6. So it was like a real subtle. It was a really slight jolt, a little rumble, and that was about it. So earthquakes for my Midwest and non-West Coast fam. Well, it happens all the time. The big ones. The big ones will be here one day. Hopefully I won't be here, but you never know. So we're going to press on now. I need gas. Gas here in Barstow is just usury, though it's all usury. So we're going to put around some, and we'll see what's next. Our first picture stop of the day finds us at the historic Harvey House in Barstow, California. Fred Harvey was a guy who built a whole bunch of these hotels and on the rail lines in the Southwest. Barstow is a big railroad town, and Fred Harvey made it a point to serve good food, clean hotel rooms, and he hired young single women to be Harvey girls, and they had to adhere to a strict code of conduct, dress and behavior and such. And the road here used to be, when you came in on 58 to get to Interstate 40, you had to go through town. So you had to drive over the bridge we just went on, over the railroad tracks. And then when I get back on the bike and we go over the Mojave River flows underground, but on a really rainy day or a flash flood, it'll flow above ground. Now, I've only seen this once or twice. Anyway, Harvey girls would work the hotels and such, and it was a way for young single women to leave whatever economic disaster of a town they were in and maybe make something of themselves, meeting men to marry and such. There are a number of these Harvey houses still around. There's one in Needles. They're usually, some of them are fixed up and some of them aren't. But anyway, I wanted to point this out right here. And our next stop is going to be a pretty busy intersection. That used to be a busy intersection, but really isn't anymore. And we'll talk about that in just a sec. Before the Freeway 58 bypass, this is where traffic turned to the, you turned right, so it's to the left of the shot. Now, if you were bypassing Barstow, if you had enough gas to get to Las Vegas, you would turn the way we're showing now, turning left at the stop sign. And then if you were heading 58 west from Interstate 15 and didn't want to go through town, you're here as well. And I'm telling you, the traffic was just incredible, because this used to be the only way. So you see, today it's a Sunday, and here's a guy with his razor and such. So you see the sign says old Highway 58. We're gonna take that, and we'll see what's next. Our next stop of the day, I think it's after 1 o'clock. I'm not really sure. I didn't check. You know, I looked at the phone and then I forget. So we're in Randsburg, which is in Kern County, California. This is an old mining town founded in 1895. This is the Santa Barbara Church. The post office came in 1896. When the mines played out, a few people still hung on. This is a real popular place in the fall and the winter and the spring. There's a lot of off-roading out here. The 2010 census said there were 69 people living here. It is certainly a beautiful day today. So, God, I'm always in the sun. What an idiot. I'm going to rest here a bit. I'm going to certainly drink some drink. I'm starting to feel a little nauseous, so we're going to address that. You saw the clip coming in at Randsburg. I'm going to go back out to 395 and actually I'm going to look at the map and see if it's easier to go north and then cut through Inyo Kern and then come down on 14, California 14 to Mojave. I'm going to look at that. I'm not really sure. We're in the Alabama hills, and a lot of Westerns were filmed out here back in the day, back when Westerns were a big deal. But it's a quiet one today. So we're going to rest a bit. We'll press on, and we'll see what's next. as you saw, I rode through California City, which is, first off, let me point out here, restrooms are not a rest stop, and flush toilets. California City is one of the more spectacular land frauds perpetrated on people. A guy named Mendelson, I think, I just looked this up on Wikipedia, bought a bunch of land out here, and he wanted to build a city that rivaled Los Angeles. At one time, he had over 1,300 real estate agents / salesmen selling lots out here, with the promised improvements of road, sewage, water, and power. Now, it was never done, and after a few lawsuits, 1,400 or 1,000 of the buyers got some of their money back, but there are over $100 million worth of real estate sold out here with the promise that this was going to be a big city. And it seems to me, I saw recently where some of the residents are unhappy that the town is subsidizing the failing golf course. The town was here about 1960 or so, and it incorporated, I believe, in 1965. So 1960 is when the post office came. So, and my God, the city limits extend to California 14, and it's the third largest in area city in the state. So, and most of it is just desert. So, I'm going to press on here. I filled up my cup a bit, texted my wife. The destination is still Bakersfield. Probably need to get gas one more time, and then we're just going to slog on through. So we'll see what's next. We'll wrap up Sunday's ride here Monday morning. I'm in Bakersfield at the Motel 6. It was a pretty short ride. It was a shorter ride than normal, 188.4 miles. I averaged 30.4 miles per gallon, high of 79, average of 48, 3 hours and 58 minutes of run time. I'm very disappointed that an hour and a half of footage out to Randsburg and stuff just didn't take. So I'll have to go back out there another day, but that day won't be today. So I'm gonna go, well hell, I'll start that on today's film. So We're heading home. Thank you for watching. This is Joe, your host of Life with Yosef and Writing Renaissance. Enjoy your day, and peace be with you.